Okay, today, now we're going to start with chapter 4 as far as the highlighting material, all right, in your manuals. All right, so if you turn to page 61, there's your table of contents that's there. Okay. So first thing that you should highlight on this page here, right? So now it's page 62. All right, this first sentence that's here. Okay, and I'll increase it a little bit here. All right, which basically means, all right, exceeding the speed limit is a common contributor to fatal and other types of crashes. All right, so the example I used in class was the Autobahn. All right, very small incidents of any crashes, but because there's no speed limit on the Autobahn, which is the superhighway in Germany, all right, there's no speed limit on the Autobahn. So when there actually is a crash on the Autobahn, over 85% of those result in a fatality. All right, so speed is the number one reason why there's a fatality in any of the crashes. Okay, moving down. All right, this area here. Okay, all right, make sure you're familiar. All right, 25 miles per hour in school zones. All right, business or residential districts. All right, now these other ones that are here. Okay, and again, 55. All right, so make a special note. All right here. All right, of certain state highways and interstates. So if the question says certain in it, all right, then you want to put 55. Okay, all right, both state highways and interstates. And then obviously the note that's here. I'm sure you've seen this before as a passenger where you read signs going into these areas. All right, motorists must pay double the fines for exceeding a 65 mile per hour limit by 10 miles per hour or more. Double fines also apply to most other moving violations committed in 65 mile per hour zones. So those areas are considered speed zones. All right, so moving violations in those areas, or a lot of times the moving violation jumps from 2 points, all right, to 4 points. Next. And again, this is your book, so you're going to be highlighting a lot right on this page here. So however you want to handle it is totally up to you. Okay, but all right, you should start here and move all the way up through the page. All right, this talks about the basic speed law from chapter 2 in the textbook. Never drive faster than weather, road, or other conditions safely allow, regardless of the posted speed limit. A motorist should judge his or her speed control by the existing conditions, like traffic. A motorist should slow down enough to be able to see clearly and stop quickly in traffic. Failure to do so can result in a moving violation. So always remember to slow down on narrow or winding roads, at intersections or railroad crossings, on hills, at sharp or blind curves, where there are pedestrians or driving hazards, and when the road is slippery. If a vehicle problem prevents a motorist from keeping up with the normal flow of traffic, he or she is supposed to pull off and activate their hazard lights. You can be ticketed for driving too slowly, which is in the next section. All right, so you should highlight this next portion here. When road surfaces and traffic are normal, New Jersey law prohibits blocking traffic through slow driving. All right, so you can be ticketed by actually driving too slowly on here. Okay, now up here, right, in the following pages, in the areas where you're slowing down are also the same areas that you're not supposed to be passing anybody in, all right, which we'll also highlight coming up. All right, passing. And again, this is all review from chapter 2 in the textbook. Okay, all right, but all right, the rules of passing depend on the type of road. Stay to the right of the roadway center lines, and then the bold print that's here. Okay, which again, all right, is outlined here in this diagram. This is here. All right, but you should also make sure you highlight this portion here. All right, both center lines are solid. No passing allowed. All right, if one center line is broken, passing is only allowed on the side with the broken line, and if both center lines are broken, right, then passing is allowed from either direction. All right, and it's highlighted right here. So here's the portion of the passing that I was talking about previously. Okay, you can see that some of the same areas are right here. All right, most passing should be on the left. Passing on the right is allowed only on roads with more than one lane going in the same direction, right, like your turnpikes or your parkways. If vehicles on the roadway are moving in two or more substantially continuous lines, which means they're going in the same direction, or when the motorist ahead is making a left turn and there's room to pass, never pass on the right shoulder of the road. Right, this is against the law. All right, so on Route 9 is probably the best example where people are making lefts into businesses or private areas or things like that. All right, you're not supposed to bring your entire vehicle out into the shoulder of the road to pass them on the right. A motorist should not pass on a hill or a curve or any time he or she cannot see far enough ahead. All right, do not pass at a street crossing or intersection. Do not pass on a railroad crossing. All right, on a narrow bridges or underpasses. All right, when the sign prohibits or tells you not to. All right, and when behind a vehicle to stop to let pedestrians cross. All right, hopefully that's common sense for you. And then make sure we're highlighting this area of keeping to the right. The laws in New Jersey require motorists to keep to the right except when passing. Motorists must drive on the right half of the roadway unless driving on a one-way street. Motorists must drive a vehicle as close as possible to the right-hand edge or curb of the roadway except when overtaking or passing another vehicle. On a multi-lane roadway, motorists must drive in the lane nearest to the right-hand edge or curb of the roadway when the lane is available for travel, except when overtaking another vehicle or in preparation for a left-hand turn.